still a dry stretch for sure. Portland's fashion industry returning to the catwalk at this year's FashionNXT week. Now, the three-day event did wrap things up last night in downtown Portland.
This morning, we got a recap of this year's biggest trends and how to work them into your everyday wardrobe. Joining us right now is style advisor Christina Villarreal. Thanks for being back.
Hi, thank you.
And you did all the hard work here at FashionNXT. I said, I need someone who actually knows what they're talking about to go and kind of tell me some of the trends and some of the stuff. So how was your experience at this year's catwalk?
It was great. I've been before. I've even worked backstage there before.
Oh,
I've
wow.
worked at other fashion shows when I used to live in LA, but yeah. And my daughter got to go with me on Friday.
How cool. That must have been a great experience.
Yeah. What I liked about it was everybody came to the show showing off what was the best to them.
Nice.
Right? So we saw anything from like dress to impress to casual, you know? And my daughter said, I'm going to wear this. This is what I want. And I'm like,
I love those jeans, the checkerboard pants. I love that. That's great.
That's her extent of fashion.
So it was not just on the catwalk. There was style everywhere you look. I'm
Exactly.
sure.
And I loved it. You know, it's like one of those places where you go and just people watch.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, and everybody's
So
in it
fun.
together too, you know, experiencing the same thing. That must have been really neat. Must have been really neat.
Yeah.
What were some of the big takeaways from what you did see on the catwalk? You know, what were some of the big takeaways? What trends did you see? What was out there?
One of the biggest things was sustainability.
Okay.
And everybody just had fun, you know. There was a lot of genderless stuff. Designers really liked that. Like they really mixed the
androgynous,
mixing the feminine with the
Okay.
masculine.
Cool.
That was really
Very
good, like
cool.
really feminine. And then the shoes were like combat boots.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And then sustainability, you know, everybody using recycle or like this is hand loom denim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And a lot of jumpsuits.
Oh, interesting.
Believe it or not. Look,
Nice.
there was a great jumpsuit with the hoodie. It was a dress.
Oh,
with
cool.
the hoodie.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's a cool jumpsuit there too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I love the inclusivity. Like there was a model with Down syndrome modeling catwalk.
wow.
She showed a couple of times.
That's really neat.
Yeah,
That's
and
really,
she
really
looked
neat.
great on the runway.
That's-
And then we had a girl who had a prosthetic arm.
Awesome.
She looked fabulous too.
Yeah.
There was an older woman. There was.
I think that's one thing that Portland has done well too.
Yes, and I loved
especially
it
in terms
because,
of
you know, it's
fashion.
making it relatable to
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
People relate to that. People want to see their kind of like their own version of their bodies on the
Sure.
runway.
I mean,
Sure,
that makes sense. I
sure.
feel like that's with fashion shows, you know, whether you're talking about men or women, where you're looking at the stage and you're like, well, I mean, I don't look like that, so
Right,
why
you
would
see
this
it and
apply
you're like,
to
what about
me?
me?
Right.
Yes.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, so, you know, having them, like, that diversity of the models really, like, makes it relatable.
Totally.
And you can actually look at it and go, I can wear that.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, speaking of being relatable, so we wanted your take on some of this, your advice. How would you take some of the runway pieces, some of the trends we saw this year, and really kind of make them part of your wardrobe?
Yeah, like, for example, this was shown as a dress on the runway. I believe. Oh, it was open, but it's a dress
they've
as
got it
well.
open up as
Yeah,
almost like a coat. That's
and
so
then
cool.
so you can actually just
So
wear
this
it
is
as
the
a
same
duster
thing. This is what we're
as
seeing
well.
behind us here too. So this is what it looked like
Right.
on the
so
runway.
On the
here.
runway.
Open it up
And then-
like
Yeah.
overcoat vibes, or I thought like, oh, what a cute denim dress when you had that belted.
Yes,
everything.
and then
That's
this
great.
top is a great top. It's hand woven, you know. It's linen. It's great. You can see like the fibers on it.
Yeah.
And then these pants, they're made here in the U.S. They're leggings, but they have pockets.
Love it. Leggings with
Utilitarian.
pockets.
Look, it's with
Still,
pockets.
Yes.
I get equally as excited about finding pockets. like
Yes,
this that you don't
and
think
only
are gonna
that, but they
pockets.
have like the yoga waistband, you know, so
Oh,
it doesn't
that's
cut
great.
into your waist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
this
like
is
that.
Hope to continues, and Corpofee,
Yeah.
I believe it is. But yeah, and then you know I dress this with sneakers because right now sneakers is in, and you want to be able to dress up and dress
I'm gonna
down what
pop
you
these up
have.
here. See the
There
white
you go.
sneaks, always a classic. I like that. Yeah, so if you saw this dress and you're like, okay, I like the denim, but is that as a dress too much for me, you know?
Yeah, you can break it,
Leggings and
break it up
sneakers.
into, you know,
Absolutely.
a three-piece here.
Right.
Yeah,
So is this
yeah.
idea of sustainability and honestly like comfort? You know, this is
Comfort.
I mean, it seems way more comfortable than a lot of things that I've seen in fashion
Comfortable
shows
with stuff
before,
to
or
put
the pictures
together.
at least.
Yeah.
Is this something it's kind of here to stay for a while?
I think sustainability is here to stay, actually.
Yeah. Some of these, like, you know, fabrics
Yes.
that aren't being made with as many dyes.
With
or
many dyes, yeah.
stuff.
This is all now. This is raw.
Yeah.
This is not dyed.
Yeah.
So this is in its original state.
That's great.
Yeah, and then this is hand dyed as well.
I love that. And real quick, I think we had one more look. This one behind us, if we can pop it up.
Yeah, I want
tell
to
us
show
about
how that was shown. Again, that is by Hope Continues. And very comfy clothing. They go from
Right.
extra small, I believe, to 5X.
Oh, that's great.
And they're here in Gresham.
Very cool.
Yeah,
That
and
is
she
cool.
makes these pants that I loved. I went and tried them on. They come in, I believe, 2 or 3
Yeah.
colors. I know black and gray were one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want them in both. That's great. Leggings with pockets. Where do I sign? Awesome. Stylist Christina Villarreal, thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
in.
Thank you for having me. Of
Love the
course.
trends. And this is, I think, yeah, especially for Portland. I mean, FashionNXT is huge. It puts Portland on
It's
the
big.
world
It
stage.
does.
But it really is one of those events where fashion becomes so much more accessible.
It does. And what you know, a teacher said something that was really like encouraging. He wants to connect the designers to
Yeah.
the community.
Yeah.
And so that's what he brought. That's what he's bringing with FashionNXT.
Love that. Love
Yeah.
that. Well, for more ways to bring some new trends into your wardrobe, you can check in with Christina. She can help you find your style. Give her a call or follow her on Instagram at PDX Styling Services. And we'll post some info on coin.com along with a little recap of this year's FashionNXT.